The biggest thing people say is, where does the sun go? A clear day, we can see the sunset over the ocean. So I'm going to talk about the horizon, about perspective, about atmospheric density, about all of these things. So we got the sun, we got a guy here. We're looking at kind of a side view of what he's seeing. As the sun goes away, it appears to be getting lower just due to perspective. And it just goes away beyond those mountains. He can't see the sun right here. It's already set behind that mountain. Unless he goes into a balloon and goes up, then he can see it. And the sun goes farther away. Again, he can't see it. It's below this mountain. If he goes up higher, he can see it again. That's not exclusive to a flat earth. I mean, to a globe. They say, oh, but you go up into the Burj Khalifa, you can see the mountain again, right? No, that just means you're getting a better angle view. You're getting a better angle view. So this is my flat earth kitchen. This time I'm going to show it. We have this line here. It's level. This is my flat earth counter. And this could be mountains or clouds or whatever. But the sun is above it. It's going straight across. And we're looking at it from a celestial point of view, which means we're up in the sky with the sun. But I have a camera on the counter on the other end looking up at this thing as it goes away, and we're going to see what it looks like. Now, remember, it never goes below here. But from here, it looks like the sun is going down. And it looks like it's going below this ridge, which appears to be at eye level. It's going beyond it. Look at this line. This is a level line, but it looks like it's almost going straight down. And the sun is just going beyond it, and you'll perceive this as the horizon. Here's the same thing. Here it is, celestial view, but look at this. This is a real sunset. What's the sun going beyond? This is going beyond. This could be mountains. It could be cloud deck. It's just going beyond it. And we think that that's the Earth curve. If I zoomed out, the space between where the sun is and the ocean would literally become a thin line, and you would just see the sun. It looks like it's going below the ocean. So let's go to the next one. Here we have the sun. It looks like it's setting. It looks like it's setting. This is the ocean. But when we zoom in, you can see that it's actually not setting. Our eyes can't see this distance. And there's clouds here. I'm zooming in still. It's well above the horizon, but there's a row of these clouds you know how it's always hazy here? This is just the atmosphere getting thicker and thicker and thicker and more crunch. Watch when it goes up. You're going to see a line of clouds down here. This line right here, you see it? That's just opaque atmosphere. And the sun, when it goes beyond it, is going to disappear, just like I showed you in my flat earth kitchen, right? So when we see the sun, it goes straight up until it's at its highest point, and then it goes straight down. That's how we see it. It literally makes a pyramid. It goes straight up and straight down. That is reality, right? But on a globe, if we're spinning, the sun would be making a curve all the way around us. I'm making the sun move, but actually the earth would be spinning, right? It would make a curve. That's not what we see. We see a straight line up and we see a straight line down. If you track the sun all day long, it goes straight up to its highest point and straight down. It doesn't make a circle like a ball would require. Skip that one. Go over here. So now we're going to look at perspective. And I think I probably showed you guys this, but this is going to tie into what I'm going to show. So this is a perspective grid. And we got a guy here. Here's his eye level. And I'll throw this mountain in here. This mountain is 3,000 feet, let's say, above his eyes. Here's the sun. The sun goes away. It goes beyond the mountain. Now, if he went up in the air on a balloon, he'd be able to see the sun again. Or if he went 20 miles away, that's what he would see. If he was 20 miles back, that mountain compresses down. It becomes literally indistinguishable from his eye level, even though it's 3,000 feet above his eye level. And there's the sun. The sun just goes away beyond the mountain. Now, it's hard for brains to understand it's going beyond. You think this is Earth, but it's just going beyond that raised mountain. And if we add the sky, these clouds are, let's say they're 10,000 feet above him. These clouds are all at the same level, 10,000 feet, 10,000 feet, 10,000 feet. They all merge into this horizontal eye zone. The sun is above the clouds and it just goes beyond this line. Now, this line is worse than it was before because that line was the mountain at 3,000 feet, but it's also the clouds or the atmosphere at 10,000 feet. So that line that looks like it's at his eye level is really 10,000 feet or higher above his eye level. So keep that in mind, right? So this is a view from an airplane. This is the cloud deck, right? It's flat. All of these clouds. So if I was underneath it, all the clouds would just be flat, but they would look like they're sloping down into the horizon, right? So here's my where my graphics come in. So I got my guy here. Here are the clouds. This is the cloud deck, and they just merge into this horizon, right? Here's a side view. No one ever gets to see a side view, but we're going to look at a side view. So the sun, when he looks up, he can see just over this cloud and see up. If he looked here, he'd look at the cloud, right? Here, he can see in between this cloud and he could see up. Here, same thing, he could see up. Now, this is how he really sees the sky. All of these clouds are at the same level. They're on that deck, but they appear to be compressing into the horizon. So the sun goes beyond these clouds. See how it's disappearing, that the cloud is making it disappear, and it just goes beyond this cloud, and it gets to the point where you can't even tell this is a cloud. So if all these clouds were on the horizon, right, and I'm going to push them even farther away. So this is literally the cloud deck at 30 miles away, 50 miles away. Let's say 50 miles away. The clouds literally become the horizon and merge with the horizon. And as the sun goes away, it goes beyond them. It's not the ground. It's the clouds 10,000 feet higher than his eyes. It's just going beyond it. This ball here is going to go beyond my hand. It's not going down. It looks like it's going down, right? These clouds are up on that deck. The sun is just going beyond it, beyond it. So when he looks across, remember that line I did skimming the cloud? Well, it's skimming the cloud here, but it looks like it's skimming the earth. He can't tell that that's the cloud. So here, if this cloud was in the distance, he would see the cloud disappear like that behind. He would see the sun disappear beyond the cloud. Remember, he can't see through the cloud, so he can't see this part of the sun because it's beyond this cloud. Well, in the distance, it all looks like it's at eye level, right? So this cloud is 20 miles away. At 20 miles away, that cloud looks like that. It looks like it's that compressed into the horizon. So if a rocket was going up, he won't see the rocket until it breaks this line, right? But this line to him looks like it's parallel. We're just looking at it in a sideways view, right? He won't be able to see that rocket, right? When he looks here, the rocket won't appear here. This little space here is, it's a huge distance. So a sideways view, if I was near that cloud, this line to him is level with the ground, and he doesn't see the rocket appear until it comes up. The same thing, the sun, as it crosses that line, it'll disappear. Now, how high is this? Depends on how far away it is. Okay. So, all right, back to the beginning. So now we're going to go here, just another cloud perspective. And so all of these lights, they look like they're going down, but they're just all at the same level. We can understand that. Kind of the same thing, just showing you a different view. This guy is looking up at the cloud, and these clouds will go into the distance on the cloud deck, and they look like they're getting smaller and smaller and lower, but they're not. So if I take this cloud, move it, let's say 25 miles away, it's there. This line becomes his horizon. All right. So let me just jump forward here. So if somebody was standing underneath that cloud and can see the line from his eye to the cloud, they would see a line sloping down from a cloud above their head down to his eyes. But that's not how he sees it, right? Here's the person under the cloud. This guy is looking at that cloud that's on the horizon, and the sun is going to do the same thing. It's going to, it's going to go beyond this cloud. Now, remember, his point of view, that cloud is, I'll show you, down on the ground. He's looking at that cloud here. So the sun will literally be going away and getting blocked by that cloud that he can't distinguish between the earth. It literally is all compressed into that horizontal eye zone. So here's the same thing I showed you before, right? Here's the sun going down. Here's the sun, the real sun going down, and it just goes beyond that cloud horizon. And we're all convinced that that is Earth curve. So I filmed this the other day, and the people say, you know, Earth is a globe because in Dubai you can watch the sunset and then go up above the on the Burj Khalifa building and you could see it again. Well, that sunset for 10 minutes after it was gone, I sent my drone up and there's the sun again. There's the sun again. And if you look real carefully here, this is just, it's going away and it's taking its light with it, right? I zoomed in here. So this is mountains in Pennsylvania here now. This is just atmospheric density, and the sun just goes away. And this is super sped up. It should be down below the Earth curve already, but it's just going away. But most people don't ever get to see this because they're down on the ground, and the clouds, the atmosphere literally hides the sun. But the sun set. This was 10 minutes after sunset. I still see the sun when I sent my drone up. So again, here's just another crude example. The sun is going down from the bottom up as it goes. It went by this cloud, set from the bottom up. It went by this cloud, set by the bottom up. This cloud merges with the horizon, and the sun just goes beyond it. But you can't see this white line, this white cloud. It literally becomes Earth, and the sun just goes beyond it. Looks like it's setting. Right here is just the sun going away, time lapse, and it's just going away. This is clearly mountains. It's just going beyond this mountain, which is above the eye level. Mountains, lots of time cause the sunsets, but a lot of time it's just the atmosphere that causes it. Here's another one, right? So I filmed this last year. Now keep an eye on this that building to the right there. I think this is the one. So the sun is going away, and what's it going to go beyond? So again, this is atmosphere. This is mountains in Pennsylvania. I'm in Connecticut, and the sun just goes. Look how these mountains show up. I'm going to go back. Notice how just before it gets here, you don't see these mountains, but all of a sudden, there they are. There they are because the sun is backlighting them. And it's just going beyond the mountains. These mountains are thousands of feet above my camera. And it's just going beyond it. And that's it. It's nighttime. It's nighttime. So Let me show you. All right, this is just another time lapse. Somebody's painting, and the sun is just going away. Now you have to believe you're on a ball that this person is falling over backwards faster than the speed of sound, making the sun look like it's going away. It's just going away and merging into the horizon. It's actually getting smaller and smaller, which, people are like, oh, the sun has to get smaller and smaller, right? Train tracks, they converge. This just is thick atmosphere, all of these clouds condensing, and the sun is just going beyond it. It's just going beyond it. Simple experiment here. Got a coin on the table. This is our horizon. It's slightly above our eye level. The coin disappears from the bottom up. You can't tell how high this horizon is. It looks like it's at your eye level, but I say it's 20,000 feet above your eye level. And the sun is just going beyond it. Beyond. I think that's it. Here's just another one. The sun going away. Oh, this is the sun fade out. You'll see the sun sets, disappears before it goes into the horizon. It just fades out because its light isn't strong enough to push through all of the atmosphere. The atmosphere attenuates the light and it just goes away. So the sun doesn't set for one reason. It sets for multiple reasons, multiple conditions. It sometimes disappears into a little dot. Sometimes disappears from the bottom up. Sometimes it fades out in mid-sky. Here's another sun fade out. Super clear day. The sun is just sitting there. It stopped going down. It's getting smaller and smaller, and it just fades out. It just fades out. Now people go, I've watched a million sunsets. I've never seen that. Have you ever done it with a 4K camera in the freezing cold on a super clear day and had it up at thousands of feet and filmed the sun after you couldn't see it anymore? No, you haven't. That's why you've never seen this, right? It takes somebody crazy enough like me to actually do that. Here is one where the sun is just coming up. This is a sunrise, and you're waiting for the sun, waiting for the sun. Now, this again is atmospheric opacity, and all of a sudden the sun, I think, will just appear. Jump forward a little bit. Oh, here we go. I'll go back. Now, where is the sun? Is this the Earth's horizon? Because watch where the sun comes. Wait, this is the horizon up here. This is all mirage. You saw the sun come up here. This is reflection off the water. So the sun, this is not Earth curve. The horizon's really up here. I'm going to go back so you can see that again. Watch where the sun comes in high and then it's reflecting. You see the mirroring. This is all mirage. And here comes the sun. There's the sun up there coming in, and it's reflecting off the water. So again, when we look into the distance and see this stuff, you have to understand what you're seeing. Just jumping forward here. This is the horizon right here, whatever that is. That horizon is thousands of feet above your eye level, but it's not down here. This is just miraging, and the sun will literally come into view. All right. So here is when you're on a ball, right? I'm actually covering another little topic here. As you look away, everything goes down and away. No matter where you are on the ball, you're on the top, and everything, the farther out you are, the lower it should be, down and away. Just remember, down and away. All right. So here's a question. You ask a globe believer, what is this? Is this Earth curve? And they'll go, yep, this is Earth curve. That's the horizon. Like, well, why is the water ramping up? They're like, no, it's not. It's curving up and down, and that's the horizon. Wait a minute. If you're on a camera, everything should be farther away, should be lower. Nothing should be higher. So if I compare this to a hull, oh no, first I'm going to put two boats on here. Here's a boat closer and a bigger boat farther. Why is this boat higher than this boat? Shouldn't it be lower on a ball? Shouldn't it be lower? That's you have to think about that for a second. So if I compare this to a hallway, now we know the hallway is flat. This is the hallway. And if we lay the hallway over the ocean, it's exactly the same. It's exactly the same. So the glober will go, well, the hallway's flat, but the ocean's curved, but they look exactly the same. They're literally exactly the same. And if I put the boats back in here and I take away the ocean, well, we know that this hallway's flat. This is higher than this. It's exactly the same. Why would one be curved and the other one not? And then I overlaid a sunset over this, and it follows this line exactly. And remember, it goes beyond where we can see. Here's another sunset. It's following the same line, and it just goes beyond where we can see. It goes beyond the atmospheric deck of opacity. Going forward and backwards here. See, hold on. Right, here's another one. There's a different sunset. It's amazing. It just follows the same perspective. Now, these are street lights. Now, we know that these street lights are all the same height, road's level. If I lay them over this, let me fade that out. Amazing. It's the same thing. So the hallway's level, the sea is level, the lights are level, the same perspective. The sun does the same thing as it goes away. I don't know how much more evidence I can give people, but this is a flat world we live in. And everything we see is due to perspective. So people say, well, I don't understand, again, where the sun could go. First, here is, I got a little Jesuses on the floor. And whether I'm up or down, the farther they are, it doesn't matter. They're still above. This guy is lower than this guy. They're the ones in the distance because the floor is flat. Now I've got them on a ball. So if we look at this guy right here, all the other guys are down and away. If you lived on a ball, that's what things would look like. Everything would be down and away. No matter where you are, the other guys should never be up. The water's flat. That would be like the close boat and the far boat. The farther boat should be lower, but that's not how we see, because we don't live on a ball. Does that make sense? Hey, well, one more thing. So this is top of a mountain. This is just I mock this up. And we got this post here, and it's sunset. We're at top of the highest mountain we could be on. And the sun is setting down below the curve of the earth. Therefore, the sun is lower than this mountain. So it should be able to cast a shadow and make that shadow taller, because we have the light is coming up the mountain, and that shadow should be taller than the post. But nobody has ever seen a shadow taller than itself, than the object creating the shadow. Here I have my water bottle, and I have a sun going away and a sun going down. This is the one going down, something we never see. This is the one going away, where it rises a little bit and then it kind of just fades out. That's how we see sunsets. Never, ever does it get taller than itself. Another globe proof. Never, ever does the sun shine on your ceiling, ever, from anywhere, no matter how high up you are. Even though the sun looks like it's lower, it's not going to cast light on the ceiling. It's not going to do it. Again, here we are. Looks like the sun's setting. I zoom in. It's not setting. It's just waiting to go farther away, where these tree line will hide it. And then if I set my drone up, it will see the sun again. And, these tree lines, this is only like 3 miles away. Move that 10 miles away, you wouldn't be able to see these trees. It would just be a thin line that we call the atmosphere. Call the horizon. A little more. This is the sun going away on a nice clear day, and it literally just turns into a dot. People say, well, as the sun gets smaller, it depends on the atmosphere, how much moisture is in the atmosphere, where you're looking at it from. Sometimes it looks like it's getting bigger. Sometimes it just shrinks. It's not going down, it's just going away and taking its local light with it. Let's keep going. Little more, and then I'll be done. One or two more minutes. So this was done by Phuket Word. Now look at this miraging that's going on here, right? This is this is this is weird. The horizon is here, but we got this mirage. This biker is going to ride into it. Let's pretend he is the sun, right? So his shirt is the sun. Well, his legs are morphing. The horizon is right here. And he starts just disappearing. He's reflecting now. Now you see him reflecting off the mirage, and he's just getting unresolvable. And then he's literally going to disappear above what we think is the horizon. The horizon's really up here. And he literally just disappears. Now let's compare that to an actual sunset of a similar type. So let me just jump forward here. So here's the sun going away, and it just fades out right there. It fades out right there. So I'm going to show you again. So here it is zoomed in, and the sun, as it's going away, it kind of looks like that rider. I'm just jumping forward a little bit. And it's the same optical phenomena. So where does the sun go? It goes into the atmos. It goes beyond the atmos. It goes beyond the land land features. It gets too far away to see. There's all of these reasons combined. And literally it becomes the same thing. I'm just going to jump forward here. It's just sun is fading out. He's fading out. It's the same thing. The same thing. I think that's it. How's that? I know that was long, but I want to try to cover all aspects of why the sun sets.
Yeah, well, thank you, Dave. That's extraordinary. I'm going to stop this recording now.